We welcome you inside of the Jerry Reinhardt Athletic Center on the campus of Lanesville High School. It is time for Lanesville and Eastern remarkably meet for the first time in boys basketball in 8 years. This is what happens when Eastern, along with Clarksville, join the Southern Athletic Conference. We're thrilled to bring it to you, as well as the upcoming Lanesville Athletic Hall of Fame ceremonies that'll take place at halftime. Tonight's game on the ISC Sports Network, presented in part by Beckman Lawn Care. Thanks, as always, to our friends at Blocker Concrete. Blocker Concrete, your local flat work specialist. By Gunther's Chop Shop, weddings, parties, anniversaries, and more. By Cochran Insurance, locally owned since 1961. And by Mainstream Fiber. Visit msfiber.net and get the internet you deserve. Greg Rakestraw, and we are thrilled to welcome, by no means a stranger to anyone that is actually in this building, but making his debut on the ISC Sports Network. He once told me, as my basketball coach, to be an obstacle. I have tried to live my life by those words more than 35 years. It is Tim Bridges. Yes. Hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm just fine, Greg. It's nice to be here. And yes, you were a wonderful obstacle.
Yes, that was my best skill as a basketball player, that and keeping stats as the game would be going on.
If I needed somebody on the floor to tell me what's going on, you were the guy. I got it.
Which is why the career choices worked out well for both of us at this point. All right, exactly right. So with that, we have been fortunate enough on the ISC Sports Network to chronicle the success of the girls basketball program at Lanesville over the last few years. However, this year we flipped it to the boys' side, in part because we're also going to show you the Hall of Fame ceremonies at halftime. So we'll talk about this game. Let's talk about that. Larry Rickmer, Jerry Reinhardt, Donnie Wolf, Stacy Walter, and the 75 baseball team all recognized in the inaugural Hall of Fame class for Lanesville Athletics.
It's wonderful. You've got some wonderful names there. These are names that go down in the annals of Lanesville history. And, either from track or basketball or coaching or keeping the book for 50-plus years. You've got people, these are classics. And that 75 team will go down in baseball history. Before the state championship, we had the 75 team.
In the single-class days, Lanesville has one regional championship. It's that team from 51 years ago. With that, let's talk about these two teams again. They are both young. They're the same number of combined wins as we have combined seniors. That will see the floor in tonight's game. Obviously, this is a Lanesville broadcast. We'll be fair to the folks from Eastern. Well, let's focus on the Eagles. Chris Carruthers, first-year head coach at Lanesville. What have you seen from he and his kids so far?
The kids they play a very high-tempo game. They play up. They're up speed. They're up all the time. He's playing tough defense. He's on the floor. Putting the ball in the basket's an issue, but you know what? They're working hard, and hard work pays off. We keep trying to tell them that, so he's doing a good job with that.
This was a team that kind of caught fire for the first time in a few years at the end of last season. A lot of seniors graduated. Nolan Pierce did not, and he is thought to be kind of maybe the next big thing for this program. And Tim, as a sophomore, he's averaging over 20 points a game.
He's averaging over 20 points a game. He's a good-sized kid. He's going to get better. And he just probably needs a little more help around him, which that's coming too. So, we saw a really good JV game. There's some good JV players out there. And I know Coach Carruthers is excited to get those kids on board as soon as possible, maybe sometimes. I don't know.
On the flip side, Eastern comes in. They have 2 wins on the season. Jeff Fowler is their leading scorer, a little better than 35% from three-point range. He, too, is a sophomore, so the best days are ahead for the Musketeers.
Yep.
Sean Smith is back in coaching. He's been doing it for nearly 20 years here in Southern Indiana.
Yep. Charlestown for many years. He was at West Washington for many years, and now he was at Providence for a year, and now he's at Eastern. So, he's also the athletic director as well.
And it's hard to believe that this is the first time that these two programs have played each other in 8 seasons, as Eastern is now back in the Southern Athletic Conference. We'll step aside. Starting lineups, opening tip-off come your way next on ISC.
Providing fewer commutes, more backyard offices, and crystal clear meetings. Providing less, you froze up, and more presence in your presentations. Providing a better internet experience. Providing possible.
Brewer jams it home. That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net. A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness. 122-6-0 for Penn. What a swim. Six of them.
The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC, local lives here. We'll introduce you to the starting lineups for each of these two teams coming up in a matter of moments. I want to thank our tremendous ISC Sports Network crew because, again, a lot of folks made a lengthy drive, so your humble narrator could have a home game like he has once a year. So thank you, Jordan Shue. Thank you, David Kahn. Thank you, Richard Feely. Thank you, Matt Badiato. Thank you, Cedric Sweet, for making the trip to God's country in Eastern Harrison County for Lanesville and Eastern. And again, Eastern back in the Southern Athletic Conference, in large part due to play in football. They left a few years ago to join the Mid-Southern Conference. Clarksville and Eastern both made the jump to the SAC. So the conference goes from being a 6-team league to an 8-team league as of this year. In girls basketball, because of the success of both programs, they have played each other. In boys, they have not as much in recent years. So it's great to see Eastern back on the schedule. The lights do go down here in the gymnasium to introduce the Lanesville Eagles. We'll get you Eastern starters coming up in a matter of moments. For the Lanesville Eagles, Gage Petty is one of the starters for the squad. We mentioned Nolan Pierce. Again, Nolan averaging over 20 points a game. The offense will run through the talented sophomore. Isaac Klusmeyer is one of 2 seniors that will see time tonight. Jaden Schickel is the other. And rounding out the starting lineup for Chris Carruthers is Braxton Holland. So again, those are the Lanesville starting 5 for tonight's contest. Trenton Friedmeier, Jeff Fowler, Gavin Hurst, Brody Temple, and Carter Smith. And Carter is a freshman. So again, Tim, a lot of youth in both directions in tonight's game.
The 2 young teams going at it, both in dire need of a win. So they're both going to play a little hungrier than normal.
This was slated to be a back-to-back, but Lanesville got in the way of the IU football game last night. They played on Wednesday, and off the opening tap, Eastern gets the first bucket. Trenton Friedmeier, just below 10 points a game, gets the first basket of the game. Eastern comes out in a man-to-man defense. It is Fowler that draws the defensive assignment against Pierce. So frankly, each team's best player playing each other. It is a bit more of a balanced attack for this Eastern squad than Lanesville.
Absolutely, match up pretty well for a change.
Aiden Lieber gets it left side. 3 does not go, taken by Klusmeyer. So Lieber in the starting lineup, not Schickel. My apologies. You'll see him as the game will go along. The step through, could not finish, and Lieber at 6'3". Tallest player, Dalton Allen on the roster, and he's a JV player, so his time will be minimal in today's game. Just a freshman for the Eagles. Second three and as many times down the floor. That does not go for Braxton Holland. Holland just shy of 7 points a game. Holland, a junior. JV game is played at a pretty quick tempo, and the varsity is looking the same way.
You like to play this up-tempo game.
Touch last by Lanesville. Off the hands of Nolan Pierce.
You got Braxton Holland from Corydon. He transferred in this year, and he's done a good job for us.
Catch and shoot three and misses everything. Lieber will track it down. Lanesville's lone win came down at North Davies, their annual holiday tournament. Lanesville beat Pike Central on December the 27th. There have been flashes for this team. There have been moments of struggle for this team. Again, Pierce, a talented player. It is a young squad around him. And an illegal screen going to be whistled against Lanesville. Foul will be called against Gage Petty. That is his first foul, and team foul number 1 as well. Already friends texting Tim that he's on YouTube and Twitter as we speak.
Yes.
Full court pickup here by Lanesville. Ball movement's been good for both sides so far. Runner, good challenge, but rebound for Eastern. Shot missed. Petty on the jump. Who touched it last? Lanesville did. That was Brody Temple. And again, Temple is the only senior on the Eastern roster.
There's a history of Temples that have played for Pekin over the years, and I'll say Pekin because I'm the old school, and I know. But
Steal for Lanesville, and Nolan Pierce gets his easiest bucket of the game. You know, there's this guy that sometimes calls him Pekin Eastern on pairing shows too. So
there you go.
I respect that.
You come from the same place. We have the same roots.
We're tied at 2. Good take to the bucket, and again, that is Temple. And again, Temple 11 points, 6 rebounds a game. He is also their leading distributor at 3.5 assists a contest. Pierce tried to do the same, and Petty forgot one important thing on his way to the rim. The ball.
It's catching, yes.
Second lanes will turn over, and again, you will see kind of streaks of turnovers from this team.
They will do that.
And thanks to our presenting sponsor, Mainstream Fiber Networks. See them on the scoreboard for tonight's game. Press break by Eastern, good closeout by Petty. And the rebound belongs to Klusmeyer. Pierce in the open floor, and Lanesville is better served the more that can happen. And if you look at Lanesville's scores, Tim, offense has not been the problem for Lanesville.
Right. We score in streaks, and that's an issue sometimes. But you have a lot of kids that can score, and we can do that.
Shot taken.
And I say we, Lanesville.
We can say we on the broadcast. It's okay.
It's okay.
And that's going to be steps called as the player turned with the ball in his hands. Good hustle, though, by Gavin Hurst.
Yeah, we've got kids that can light this thing up, and just any given time, I've seen it, and we like to see it more. I think Coach Crothers would love to see it more, but hopefully tonight.
Chase Batten in the game for the first time, sophomore for the Musketeers. 5 points and 4 rebounds a game. 3 in the corner is good for Aiden Lieber. Lieber 9 points a contest. A fantastic free throw shooter is Aiden at 93%. And the Eagles take an early 7-4 lead. Again, you see the records on your screen. Both these teams look at the other one and say, hey, this is one we can get.
Yep, definitely.
And again, both teams know maybe brighter days are ahead. The pull from the elbow. Good-looking shot that wouldn't go for Holland.
He can hit. He does come in and give us a boost.
7 points per game is Holland. Rebound for Jeff Fowler for the Musketeers. Already midway through the opening quarter, Lanesville enjoying a 3-point lead. 3, no. Neither team shy about letting it fly.
They will let it fly.
And as we mentioned, Fowler is the best of the 3-point shooters for Eastern. That has not been a strong suit for the Musketeers this year. Now for Lanesville, Connor Graham is in. Connor, a 5'8 junior. Connor is averaging a couple of points and 3 rebounds a game. And we saw this in the junior varsity game. Eastern played almost exclusively 1-3-1. And now 4 minutes in, they go to it. And oftentimes those JV games give you a blueprint, what you'll see in the varsity.
Yep.
Pierce flashing middle for Lanesville. But then Lieber lost the handle. Third Lanesville giveaway. Racing to the other end. Left-hand layup is good. Brody Temple gets his second bucket of the game. Pierce, one dribble, transition three, no. And Eastern grabs the rebound and Friedmeier. A little more size for the Musketeers. And blocking foul call before any shot attempt. First, or make it second foul whistled against Lanesville. The other was an illegal screen. That one goes against Pierce. As we mentioned, Eastern, a school that does play football. There is always a bit of a physicality advantage.
Yep, there is.
At this level when you have the football school versus the non-football school.
That's right. And it is an advantage.
Step back, missed. That was Temple. Holland turns down the three. Good find by Pierce. Open three left side does not go. Not a bad shot, didn't go down for Connor Graham.
Connor Graham will take that shot, and he'll hit that. He just in time.
Low block mismatch, step three, easy money. That's Temple. He's got 6 of the Eastern 8, the Musketeers. Seesaw back in front. Good find by Pierce. Love the extra pass. 3 in the corner.
Braxton.
Yes, sir, for Braxton Holland. Second made 3. Outstanding ball movement by the Eagles.
Yes. And that's his shot. That's what he does.
10-8 Lanesville. And this is where Eastern has the mismatch. On the low block, right idea, and it was off the leg of a Lanesville player. So no turnover there. And as advertised, Jalen Schickel will see time.
You got him in. There you go.
Jaden, the senior.
Yep. Now Jaden's a shooter. He can put the ball in the basket too. So
quick substitution for the Musketeers. We'll see Jeff Fowler back in. Fowler giving Friedmeier had the game's first bucket. 10 players have seen time for Eastern during the course of this season. These two teams last played in a holiday tournament in December of 2017. On the drive and one.
Yep.
Bucket is good by Jeff Fowler. His first field goal, and he'll shoot the game's first free throw as well.
Got it.
So Graham commits the foul, his first, and team foul number 3.
And got the free throw.
Fowler connects 11-10 in favor of the Musketeers. 2-2-1 full court pickup here by Eastern. And almost led to a turnover. Instead, it's going to be a foul. That goes against Carter Smith, and that is the first foul whistled against the Musketeers. Now Friedmeier will check back in. And frankly, if you're going to play a lot of zone and you're also facing a three-point shooting team,
Yep.
you're not going to rack up that many fouls. Back to a man-to-man, this time down the floor.
Yep. Switching it up.
Pierce doing a great job of attacking, but looking for teammates in the process. Lanesville content to run through their offense. Longest possession of the game by either side so far. Pierce draws the double. Good attack by Graham. And Graham got bailed out on a foul. Not sure if Graham could see Schickel. He had him on the baseline cut, just couldn't get him the ball. So Chase Batt commits the foul, his first. And Team foul number 2. Already down to less than a minute to go here in the rapidly moving opening quarter.
Dangerous dribbling down to that corner. You have to be careful with that. We do that.
Sickle makes a tough catch. Graham again does a good job of getting bat in the air. Chase commits his second foul. And now Graham will shoot free throws, first of the game for LHS.
The foul is on Eastern's number 54, Chase Bat, his second, team third.
Graham on the season from the line, 50%. Let me translate that for you. He's 2 of 4. And misses that one. Graham was a little anxious that time to get off the line after he let that one go.
He's been injured a while, and he's just starting to get back into the swing of the game here. So he's been out with a foot injury for quite a few games. So he's trying to get the feel of the game again. So
Luke Doster checks in for the first time for Lanesville. He's playing in every game. Graham connects from the free throw line. We're tied at 11. Holland will check back in. See if the Musketeers look to hold for one shot. Full court man pickup. No trap out of this yet by Lanesville. Musketeers clearly looking to hold for a last look. They will have the ball to start quarter number 2. Opportunity to get a shot off in time. Yes, but obviously off target. And that will wrap up a very rapidly played opening quarter. It's the Eagles 11. It's the Musketeers 11. Presented by Mainstream Fiber Networks on the ISC Sports Network.
Providing fewer commutes, more backyard offices, and crystal clear meetings. Providing less, you froze up. And more presence in your presentations. Providing a better internet experience. Providing possible.
Well, this night's game is like all we do on the ISC Sports Network. It's all driven by great sponsors, but especially when we come home, we can't make this happen without great sponsors. So thanks to Mike Blocker and Blocker Concrete, your local flatwork specialist. Call Mike today at 502-333-5233 or email blockerconcrete@gmail.com. Greg Rakestraw, Tim Bridges. Coach, you liking this view? You liking this seat?
I'm liking it. And I was just going to say I taught Mike in school. He's a good guy. So if you have concrete needs, give him a call.
Mike and I think, make about 7% of the 1994 graduating class at Lanesville High School.
Yeah. Yes. He's good. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. I call him boy. He's a man now.
We're 50 at this point, but I appreciate you thinking in those terms.
You guys are boys to me. No, it's a pretty even matchup. It's kind of what we expected, you know. We match up size-wise. We're, you know.
Little extended zone trap here by Eastern. Pierce fires a 3 and left that short. Pierce 2 field goals so far in the game, yet to connect from 3-point range. Runner in the lane, scoop and score. Bucket is good for Fowler, and Fowler now has 5. Temple's got 6 to lead the way for Eastern. How do you dissect this zone, Tim?
You gotta penetrate it. You gotta move the ball quick. You gotta reverse and penetrate. And we're standing and watching too much. We gotta get the ball in. When you get the shot, you take it.
Holland listens to your advice, and good thing he did. Second made 3 for Braxton Holland. Third 3 for the Eagles, and Lanesville a 1-point advantage. Temple on the take. Pierce got a lot of ball, but got enough body. And now the big news for Lanesville is that is his second foul. And he is obviously a pretty indispensable piece for Coach Carruthers.
Yep, that would be a bit of a loss if he's not in that ball game. If he plays a little smarter, though, maybe he could stay in there.
Well, let me ask you this, because you know Chris, frankly, better than I do.
Yep.
A lot of times you get a player gets a second foul, you can kind of hide him,
Yep.
playing a little zone.
Yep.
Is that something he
That's
does much of?
That's something he can do that. He can do that. And he's done this enough to know that you got to protect your guy, but sometimes, we get a little nervous and we take him out. So we're going to –
So with that, here comes Lieber.
Yep. Aiden's back in, and Aiden can hit the basket. So it's not the same, but it's not bad.
Yeah, Lieber is the second leading scorer at 8.5 points a game.
Yeah.
Temple makes the second of the 2 free throws. Temple's got 7, and once again we're tied at 14. The 1-3-1 by Eastern. Lieber on cue hits his second 3, and Lanesville has made 4 in the first 9.5 minutes of this game.
It can.
Good find by Temple. Eastern, they've been great at getting to the rim when they've seen that opening.
Yep.
Friedmeier, his second field goal.
Lanesville's got to clean that up. They've got to stop that drive.
Good hustle by Schickel, but threw Lieber a fastball from 10 feet away.
And, Coach doesn't play zone a lot, so he's taking this man, and unfortunately that causes us some trouble because we don't cover that well, and they've been getting most of their shots in the lane on the drive.
Reese Lindley in for the first time for Eastern. Another freshman. Temple left hand, no, but we'll get a second look. Temple now with 9, and again, Lanesville does not have the size to match him in the low block.
Too physical.
Tough spot. Holland just kind of wings that one in hopes.
Corner is a dangerous spot to receive the basketball.
Frankly, what is often is open against the 1-3-1. But if you're not ready, if you're not in the right position, it can be the coffin corner.
Yep. On a 1-3-1, you've got to get that ball to the middle of the floor.
Schickel fires. Good look that would not go. Lieber tapped to keep it alive. Holland splits defenders, misses. And Schickel couldn't hang on to it. It was a great seal by Petty to free him up, too.
Yep.
Runner, no. And Schickel had inside position again, just out leveraged about 5'9". That's going to be a hand check foul.
Hand check.
You get away with that in the low block, not in front of God and everybody, 44
exactly.
feet from the hole.
Right.
So Fowler commits the foul. Good look from camera on the opposite angle. Hope you're enjoying tonight's coverage on the ISC Sports Network. Our annual trip to Lanesville. First time we've had the boys in 7 years. Lieber for 3. 3 threes for number 3. Temple goes from defense to offense, and that was a good look that simply would not fall. And let's talk about the quality minutes that Schickel is giving Lanesville off the bench.
He's picking up trash. He's getting inside. He's setting screens. He's doing what he's supposed to do. You know what? That's your role. You do it.
I remember picking up trash as a basketball player at Heritage
screens.
Weekend.
Yeah, yes, we did that too.
I think I made $100 for the entire weekend.
I think we did. Almost, you could buy a pair of shoes for $100.
Well, I probably lost 20 pounds in the process, too.
Yes. Oh, we don't want to remember
We will weave in some stories, as you can tell, during the course.
Trash pickup was bad.
$100 30-plus years ago is pretty good.
Yeah, you could buy a pair of shoes.
It's like $1,000 now.
Yeah.
Lieber again.
He's found his touch. He's got the touch.
And again, now you're buying more time with Pierce on the bench with 2 fouls.
Yes. Coach is loving it. He's okay with that.
And a timeout taken by Eastern, a full timeout. Let's step aside. Again, our game is brought to us by Mainstream Fiber Networks. Lieber's got 12. Lanesville leads by 5 on ISC.
Hey, it's Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And each and every week in podcast form, video form from the ISC Sports Network, we do Query and Schultz, brought to you by Bailey & Wood, the fine folks south side of Indianapolis, but serving all of central Indiana for the best mortgage rates.
And, of course, we record right here at Chili Water Brewing Tap Room and our friends at Hoagies and Hops, 42nd and Boulevard, right here in Indianapolis. We're talking Colts, we're talking Pacers, we're talking Hoosiers, we're talking Boilers, and we're hanging with you.
We talk the tall and the short of it, right? Is what we do.
Whatever, man. Every Tuesday night, 7:30, right here on the ISC Sports Network.
We mentioned our title sponsor is Mainstream Fiber. And if you live in Harrison County, good chance you could have Mainstream Fiber. Mainstream Fiber Networks is proud to support tonight's game because when communities connect, anything is possible. Mainstream is providing possible with fast, reliable fiber internet. Visit msfiber.net to learn more. That's msfiber.net. Greg Rakestraw, Tim Bridges with you on the ISC Sports Network. Again, at halftime, we will have the Hall of Fame ceremonies, the inaugural Athletic Hall of Fame class here at Lanesville High School.
It's an exciting night, Greg. It's an exciting night. Got a lot to see a bunch of old faces and buddies of mine that I haven't seen in a while. That's good. It's wonderful. A night of festivities.
We'll let Tim head down a little early to MC that. Obviously, again, folks, you can watch all of that here at halftime. And there's a little 2-3 look by Lanesville. And again, Pierce stays on the bench, but the Eagles go 2-3.
Yep.
Trap by Lanesville.
Pick up. Ooh. Yep.
Wing three, no. Great job by Holland. The smallest guy on the floor gets the rebound.
Yes. But that was a long forward.
And Petty is fouled on the pass.
Yes.
It's the third foul against the Musketeers.
Good. No, that's.
The foul's on Eastern's number 20, Trenton Friedmeyer, is first.
Friedmeyer. And now Coach Carruthers wants a 30-second timeout. Well, as you see the camera start to pan back and forth, you see a sign across the way. It says Gunther's Chop Shop, serving Southern Indiana for over a decade. Gunther specializes in barbecue and pork chop sandwiches. He's got a new one coming I'll tell you about in a matter of moments. He can handle a wide variety of catering for all your event needs. It's in the food truck business now. Gunther's Chop Shop is a proud sponsor of both the Lanesville Eagles as well as the South Central Rebels. Call today 502-909-4477. I think the debut of Shrimp Po' Boys is February the 17th.
Perfect. Hey, I'll be there. It's awesome.
And as is often the case, if you show a shot of the crowd, you see a relative of mine. Hello, Brooklyn, sitting right in front of the Gunther's
there she is,
Chop Shop sign.
Yep, absolutely.
At some point, we're just going to start panning the crowd and Tim and I say hi to everybody that we know.
We got people.
Love and have taught, related to, etc.
These are our people, Greg. Come on.
Literally, they are our people.
These are our people.
So Lieber, the hot hand for Lanesville. He's got 12.
All threes. So, he's lighting it up.
And frankly, 18 of the 23 for Lanesville have come from 20 feet away.
Yep.
Holland's got the other two made threes. This is Graham. Tough pass. Petty just couldn't hang on to it. And that is the fifth Lanesville turnover.
Kills you.
Runner does not go. Fight for the loose ball. Should be a jump ball. And Earl will keep it right here. I want to thank Seth Payne, Director of Athletics at Lanesville, for having us out tonight. The holder of a state championship trophy, the baseball team in 2017. I thank Paul Hancock, Director of IT Services, his assistance during the week as well. Lieber getting a quick pointer from our baseline official.
Got to keep Temple out of there. He's a big body.
Up and under by Temple, the left hand.
Nice move.
Temple's got 11, so he is already at his average on a per-game basis.
It was a great up and under move.
And while Lanesville has lived from outside the arc, Eastern has had success in getting to the rim. Three, wing, good again. Lanesville may be shooting Eastern out of this zone. That's 7 made threes.
Yep.
And again, none of them hit by your leading scorer in Pierce.
And he's still on the bench.
He's been sitting for about 4 minutes at this point.
And that's okay. And Coach is, the lead's extended, actually. So
Temple got fouled, and Brody will shoot 2. All the points have come from 3 players for the Musketeers. Friedmeier with 4, Fowler with 5, and Temple with 11, and a chance to make it 2 more. Tonight's game presented in part by Cokert Insurance. They've got 3 convenient locations to serve Southern Indiana in Cord, New Albany, and literally down the road in Lanesville. Cokert covers all your insurance needs, such as home, auto, business, and life insurance. Call Jason Simler at Cokert when you need him at 812-952-2514.
I taught Jason Simler in school, so I know him too. So he'll treat you right.
Do you realize you have probably taught about 30 to 40% of the current population of Lanesville?
Absolutely. Yes. What a wonderful thing, huh? Depends on who you talk to.
No, it's a wonderful thing. 5-point lead for Lanesville. Pekin Eastern has the ball.
Where are they going? Inside the Temple. Temple's the guy.
Great catch in the open floor. That's Klusmeyer. And Pierce is back in with 2 fouls and draws contact. And you might even see a little offense-defense from Coach Carruthers with him at some point in time. 4th foul against the Musketeers, so no free throws just yet. As against Friedmeier, that is his 2nd. So he and Bat both have 2 for the Musketeers, and I think Friedmeier will check out. Lieber, heat check. Not that time, but great hustle to keep it alive, and unfortunately, Graham could not hang on to it.
Nope. But again, Connor Graham's role player. He goes in. He's supposed to kind of mix things up a little bit inside, get some rebounds. He does his job, and that's what you do.
Pierce stays in the game with those 2 fouls. Eli Hoagland is in there for Eastern. Gavin Hurst just checked back in. This is Hurst right here. Again on the attack. Good drive that would not go. Frankly, the Musketeers have missed 2 good looks the last 2 times down the floor. Racing down for Lanesville. Scoop and score. One of the seniors, and Isaac Klusmeyer. His first basket. Isaac averages 6 a game. 7-point lead for Lanesville, and that is no longer a factual statement. Temple gets the bucket, and he'll have his 2nd chance at an and 1. And credit Eastern, and again, like we said earlier, Sean's been doing this a long time.
Yes, he has.
They recognize where the advantage is tonight.
Absolutely, and they're going to keep picking it and picking it and picking it. So until you stop it, that's where we're going to go.
Temple's got 15 of the Musketeer 24. And again, he is their 2nd leading scorer behind Fowler on a per-game basis. 4-point lead. On the drive, Klusmeyer, no, but gets his own rebound. Lieber. He's missed his last 2. Law of averages catching up with Lieber. So back to a man-to-man. They played 1 possession of 2-3. Lanesville does have a foul to give. 5-second count's being applied, and it's been called. Frankly, it is easier for us up here in the catbird seat to see that
Absolutely.
than it is sometimes for the young man dribbling the basketball. But that 5 count was never broken.
Got to be real careful here so Pierce doesn't get this 3rd foul.
That may tell you to hang on for 1 shot. Although it's hard to turn down a layup.
It's hard to turn that down.
And we will. So it's going to be Lanesville ball.
Okay.
Basically, the player that got the rebound did not get his feet back down inbounds before touching the ball. So Lanesville catches a break. Take a look here. Right in front of our camera position. Lieber, off-footed jump shot does not go, but rebound goes to Graham.
Got to have the trash pickers, Greg.
Holland for 3, yes. He and Lieber have each made 4. Still time for a last look for the Musketeers. Good if it goes. It does not. Well, it's Hall of Fame night. Means you need to let Tim Bridges head down to the floor.
Down there, yep.
But a Hall of Fame-worthy performance by Lanesville from three-point range in this game so far. They've made 8 of them, and they lead by 7 at the break. Our score, Lanesville 31, Eastern 24. We're back with our Hall of Fame and halftime ceremonies when we come back, as you're watching, presented by Mainstream Fiber on the ISC Sports Network.
Providing fewer commutes, more backyard offices, and crystal clear meetings. Providing less, you froze up, and more presence in your presentations. Providing a better internet experience. Providing possible. Providing fewer commutes, more backyard offices, and crystal clear meetings. Providing less, you froze up, and more presence in your presentations. Providing a better internet experience. Providing possible.
Welcome back at Lanesville High School. Greg Rakestraw, Tim Bridges has been dispatched to the floor. You will hear and see him in a matter of moments. Again, at the break, Lanesville leading Eastern by a score of 31-24. Tonight's game presented in part by Blocker Concrete, your local flat work specialist. Call Mike today at 502-333-5233 or email blockerconcrete@gmail.com. So what you are seeing start to take place on the floor, just kind of off to your right, is the inaugural class of the Lanesville High School Athletic Hall of Fame. And this was an idea that's been kind of brewing for the last couple of years here at Lanesville to recognize some of the great athletes of years gone by. 4 individuals and 1 team are all going to be recognized. The individuals, Jerry Reinhardt. Again, the gymnasium is named after him. To give you an example of what Jerry did at Lanesville during my years in high school, he was the athletic director, he was the boys basketball coach, he was the guidance counselor, he was the assistant principal, he was the driver's ed instructor. That's what Mr. Reinhardt did for generations at Lanesville High School. Donnie Wolf, the boys basketball bookkeeper for nearly 60 years. Larry Rickmer, a tremendous athlete, and folks in this area know him, frankly, probably as the director of athletics at Silver Creek, but an outstanding athlete at Lanesville High School. And Stacy Walther placed top 10 in 2 different individual track and field events in the 1993 state finals. Went on to run at Indiana University. That is the group that you would see to the right of the podium. The unofficial mayor, Vince Stilger, on your screen right now. He was part of the 1975 baseball team, which had the most success of any team in a single class sport. Again, we'll let the crowd mic pick it up as best it can. I will lay out, let's listen to Tim Bridges induct our inaugural class of the Lanesville Hall of Fame.
This historical first class includes the following contributors to the rich history of Lanesville Eagles sports. We are excited to formally induct each of them into this historic occasion. First up, Jerry Reinhardt. Basketball coach, cross-country coach, athletic director. Those are only a few of the job titles held by Jerry Reinhardt at Lanesville High School. Jerry also served as math teacher, biology teacher, eventually becoming the guidance counselor, assistant principal, driver's ed instructor during his 34-year tenure at LHS. In terms of Jerry's time on the sidelines as the boys basketball coach, Jerry coached the Eagles for 29 seasons. capacity and school record, 284 wins. During that time frame, LHS won multiple conference championships in the Blue River Athletic Conference and their current home of the Southern Athletic Conference. As the cross-country coach, Jerry led the Eagles to the 1972 sectional crown, the first team sport sectional won by a Lanesville team in school history. For all of his accomplishments and contributions to Lanesville High School, the gymnasium is renamed as the Jerry Reinhardt Athletic Center in early 2025. Jerry Reinhardt. And he's also my neighbor. Larry Ricker. Cross-country, basketball, baseball, track and field. Larry's 4 years as a Lanesville Eagle included awards in 3 different sports. Larry led the Eagles to back-to-back Blue River Conference championships in basketball and baseball, and led the school to its first team sectional championship in school history in 1972, claiming the Jasper cross-country sectional crown. That same season, in the fall of '72, Larry was both the Harrison County and Blue River Athletic Conference cross-country champion. Larry would finish his 2-year varsity basketball career averaging nearly 19 points per game, good for third best in program history, and finished with 59 career RBIs and a batting average of .316 on the baseball diamond. Following his days at LHS, Larry went on to play basketball at IU Southeast and then had a distinguished career as both an educator and administrator, including a long tenure as the athletic director of athletics at Silver Creek High School. Larry Ricker. Stacy Walter. Stacy Walter. Track and field, basketball, cross-country, volleyball, and cheerleading. In an era where Lanesville athletics qualified for the IHSA track and field state finals became a regular occurrence, Stacy's accomplishments topped the rest. Stacy finished in the top 10 in 2 different events. In the 1993 IHSAA track and field state finals, finishing 4th in the 100-meter hurdles and 8th in the high jump. In addition to being in track and field, Stacy represented the Lanesville Eagles in basketball, volleyball, cross country, and as a cheerleader. Following her days at Lanesville, Stacy went on to be a 4-year member of the track team at Indiana University, competing in the 100 and 400 meter hurdles, as well as the high jump. Her 4th place finish at the state finals is the highest placing finish in any individual state championship in school history. Stacy Walter. Scorekeeper for boys and girls basketball at LHS. Don spent 50 baseball team. In an era of IHSAA athletics and four-class sports, just 4 Lanesville teams would win a sectional championship. That number has been increased with the recent success of the tennis programs, which is still a single-class sport. The only team of that group to follow a sectional title with a regional championship would be the 1975 baseball team. Led by a pair of blazing lefty pitchers in Dave South and Vince Day, LHS and Green Point Central, following Seymour and Jeffersonville along the tournament trail. The Jeffersonville team that included eventual MLB player Warren Terrell before falling to Greenwood 2-1 in 10 innings in the semi-state round of the tournament. Members of the team are Ron Hess, Jeff Rucker, Vince Stover, Vince Day, Mike Desline, Lynn Harbison, Greg Kinsley, Matt Snyder, Dan South, Dan Wills, Chuck Hess, Keith Weaver, Mark Rucker, Tim Shane, Bill Stark, Jerry Wolf, Kenny Acton, Mike Ritchie, Chuck Siller. Managers Rick Coker, Steve Price, statisticians Dale Snyder, assistant coach John Ether, and head coach Eugene Todd, the 1975. These folks they're the first group to be inducted into the Lanesville Hall of Fame. There will be more, okay? We do this every year, and we'll have a new group coming next year. So we're very proud of this group. These are very well-deserving individuals and teams, and we thank you for your attention. Just keep going. Go Hoosiers.
Again, quite the distinguished group, and thrilled that we could bring that presentation to you here on the ISC Sports Network. It is halftime. Lanesville leading Eastern by a score of 31-24. We'll take this quick timeout. We'll bring you first half highlights, get you ready for second half action next as you're watching tonight's game on the ISC Sports Network.
Providing fewer commutes, more backyard offices, and crystal clear meetings. Providing less, you froze up, and more presence in your presentations. Providing a better internet experience. Providing possible.
Goodness, what a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it. Oh, my goodness. Give it to him. Rolls through the lane, and he knocks him. Oh, my goodness. And welcome back at the Jerry Reinhardt Athletic Center. Both teams getting loose for half number 2. Lanesville looking for their second win of the season, leading Eastern by a score of 31-24. Tonight's broadcast on the ISC Sports Network, presented in part by Gunther's Chop Shop, serving Southern Indiana for over a decade. Gunther specializes in barbecue and pork chop sandwiches, but can handle a wide variety of catering for all your event needs. Gunther's Chop Shop is a proud supporter of the Lanesville Eagles. Call today at 502-909-4477. Let's fly those highlights by to you. We'll run down the total scoring as we do that. For Lanesville again, the story is that Nolan Pierce, who is averaging 20 points a game, foul trouble limited him to just 2 points, and he played about 9-10 minutes. But Lanesville is still leading. That's because they made 8 threes. 4 by Braxton Holland, 4 by Aiden Lieber. Isaac Klusmeyer had 2. Connor Graham had 1. That's the extent of the scoring for Lanesville. For Eastern, Brody Temple had 15 points. Jeff Fowler had 5 points. And Trenton Friedmeier had 4. That's it. Just those 3 players scored in the first half. Friedmeier and Chase Batt, each with 2 fouls for Eastern. Nolan Pierce with 2 fouls for Lanesville. The master of ceremonies, still showing his athletic form from his basketball days at Lanesville. Quickly made his way up to the top row, so Tim Bridges is back with us. First of all, job well done.
Thank you.
As the MC.
Thank you.
Your thoughts now on what you saw from these 2 teams in half number 1?
Obviously Lanesville's going to have to stop the penetration from Eastern because that's where they're getting the majority of their points. And we said that Lanesville can light that thing up when they get on, and when they hit, they hit. I mean, so if that continues, we're going to be really hard to stay with, but you got to stop that penetration by Pekin.
What changes do you think you'll see from either side in half number 2?
I think they'll put more pressure on the shooters, especially on the reverse. Pekin will, Eastern will, and we're going to have to do something different defensively on the interior. I don't know if it's zone or what they're going to do, but they're going to have to stop Temple. He's the guy. He's the guy right now anyway.
By the way, his dad is sitting right below us.
Yes.
And he came up and said hello. And I looked at him and I said, you look just like you when we played each other in high school.
Yeah.
So good to see the Temple family here.
The Temple family, yeah. They have a long history of playing at Pekin, telling you.
And playing exceedingly well.
Yes.
I want to thank our friends at Cokert Insurance. Cokert Insurance has 3 convenient locations to serve Southern Indiana and Cord, New Albany, and right here in Lanesville. Cokert covers all your insurance needs, such as home, auto, business, and life insurance. Call Jason Simler at Cokert when you need him at 812-952-2514. Tremendous job. What was it like inducting the first class?
What a wonderful experience. Hey, get to do that one time, okay? That's, and that was a lot of fun. There's a lot of good memories there with those folks, and I find it was just a great honor to be able to do that.
A couple of things that stand out. First, it was great to see so many players and kind of family representing the 75 baseball team.
Yes.
And God bless Stacy for flying in from Arizona.
Bless her heart.
A lot of folks kind of live locally of this group. Not the case for Stacy. It was great to see her.
Bless her heart. And the child has not aged one bit.
No.
Drives me insane.
I'm pretty sure she could go down on the track just down the hill. And
I think so. I think she could.
Turn in a pretty good time right now.
Right.
All right, so back to live action. Third quarter, here we go. Man-to-man by Eastern. They played a mix of man and zone, primarily zone, about midway through the first quarter on. Talked about increasing that pressure. You see it here for the Musketeers. Pierce a bobble, but steps over a defender and got fouled on his way up. That was not how you drew it up, but the end result was pretty good.
Yep.
And Pierce will shoot 2.
It wasn't pretty, but you know what? Got the job done.
Again, you get to see Pierce on an every game basis.
Yeah.
What have you seen from him? Again, did a lot of great things as a freshman. How's he a better or different player as a sophomore?
I think he's trying to take more of a leader role now, which he has to. He's the oldest guy out there. Is he? No, but he plays like he is, and so he's got to take that leadership role. And I think he's starting to get that.
He misses both free throws. Nolan, a 62% free throw shooter on the season. Eastern down by 7. And Temple goes to work immediately.
He's just staying that man.
Good steal by Pierce. One of his buckets was a layup in the first half and has one just the same in half number 2. And Lanesville now enjoys their largest lead at 9. Song remains the same for the Musketeers. Try to get to the rack. Shot blocked, but Lieber got some ball, but got some body. And free throws inbound for Carter Smith, one of 2 freshmen we have seen. Actually, check that. Yep, one of 2 freshmen. He and Reese Lindley have both played tonight for the Musketeers. Carter, 4 points and 4 rebounds a game, and misses that from the line. Fowler will check out as Court Rice will check in. First time we have called Court's name tonight. This one goes. So Smith becomes the 4th Musketeer in the scoring column. Eastern in 2A. They and Lanesville in the same sectional in girls basketball. As Lanesville in the 2A division for likely one more year. And the Eagles, credit to head coach Jamie Kolkmeyer, got a 45-50 win against Crothersville today. Their 8th win of the season.
Jamie's done a great job this year. Really am proud of him and what he's done with the girls.
Lieber, right-eyed, it just didn't go. And great play and right to go up with it immediately, just didn't cash in.
It was there, yep.
Uniquely, both boys and girls basketball coaches at Lanesville played college basketball at Franklin College.
There you go.
Jamie from Waldron originally. Chris Carruthers in his first year as the man in charge of the Lanesville program. Yep. Turn in the lane, good looking shot by Gavin Hurst, and much like Smith, Hurst gets his first bucket of the game. And frankly, this goes in both directions, but when you're a young team that has struggled, and that's going to be steps. Yep, Pierce just casually walked into that. You have to learn how to win. Yep. And both these teams will be doing that in the second half.
I think, the big thing is finishing, okay? Like you said, learning how to win and playing, with a lead. And maybe we don't get to do that very often. And that's tough. You got to learn. Part of the game.
Again, runner is good. Back-to-back buckets by Hurst.
And again, there's that penetration that they're getting to the basket, and that's going to be something Lanesville's really got to take care of.
5 straight points for the Musketeers. Pierce off the screen from Petty. Pulls from the elbow. Good look that would not go, but again, love the hustle.
Yep.
That's Klusmeyer. Nice turn by Lieber.
Nice.
And Lieber takes a page out of Eastern's playbook.
Yep.
First 2-point field goal for Lieber. He'll have his chance for 3 from the line, the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Good job.
Connor Graham will check in. Petty will have a seat. You can see why Lieber's free throw percentage begins with a 9 on that shot.
Yep.
He's got 15.
His dad was a great player. He looks a lot like his dad. Dad played back in the 80s.
3-point corner shot, no Temple. Got fouled because Lieber was blocking him out while he was airborne.
Yep.
So Lieber picks up his 3rd. So first player for either side with 3 immediately. Jaden Schickel will come and get him.
Schickel gave good minutes in the first half. He's going to have to give good minutes in the second half.
A little confusion. Holland told no, you don't have 3 fouls. You get back in there. Zone on the out-of-bounds play. Leads an open look from 3, but that does not go. Graham.
Not even,
Tell you what, the little guys for Lanesville have done a great job on the boards.
They do.
They have not been dissuaded by lack of height.
Not at all. They get in there and get it, which is good.
Pierce splits defenders and looks for the assist instead. Holland's made 4 of those, but couldn't find the range that time. And carrying the basketball. And as I always tell people, Coach, my stats are not official, but close.
Yeah.
I've got that just as the 3rd turnover so far for Eastern.
That's about right. I would agree with that.
It's kind of like polling. There's a plus minus. There's a margin for error
Give or
there.
take. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Gives you a general idea.
It's okay. We don't live in a perfect world, man. It's okay.
Be an obstacle. 36-29, Lanesville the ball in a 7-point lead. Good take. Better leave. Schickel.
Very
The assist to Klusmeyer, the seniors combined. And back to the largest lead of 9 for the Eagles. And Lanesville stays in the 2-3.
The thing about Klusmeyer is he may not score a lot, but he will set people up to score, which is good.
Good hands by Holland. He's got to hustle back into play. Sort of the leak free to try to get that layup. And Temple, his easiest bucket of the many he's had tonight. He's got 17.
Too easy.
The blow by Klusmeyer. Nicely done.
It's done.
His second field goal. Both have been of that variety. And again, Lanesville has been getting to the basket, frankly, with much more ease than they did in half number 1.
Seeing a zone there.
Was touched last by the Eagles.
Lanesville's in that 2-3 on that possession.
And frankly, given some of the struggles that Eastern has had in terms of shooting the basketball, I mean, not a bad gambit there by Coach Carruthers.
Not at all.
And Fowler, their best three-point shooter.
Yeah, if you're going to beat me from the outside, you're not going to shoot layups on me, you know.
3 in the corner, no. And that'll be knocked to the ground. And literally, as that shot was taken by Hurst, I did a quick check of my notes to make sure what was in my head was correct. Eastern has not made a three-point shot in tonight's game.
They have not. And a couple of them weren't close. So that might say, you know.
Foul on the pass. 4th foul against the Musketeers. No free throws there. Lions looking for their first win in 2 weeks. It was the Pike Central Chargers they beat in North Davies Holiday Tournament. Then lost to Coach Dalrymple's Cougars in the championship game. Jacksonville, the other team that was in that 4-team get-together in Davies County.
Out on the top of a hill in the middle of a cornfield.
And I-69 now.
And I-69, yes.
It was just a cornfield about 10 years ago.
That's
now
right.
It's at Interstate 2.
You're exactly right.
Pierce the miss. Loose ball. Klusmeyer the hustle. Temple races back for Eastern. Klusmeyer no, but Pierce. He's fouled. Good hustle in both directions.
Yes.
Foul goes against Jeff Fowler, his second. His third, excuse me. So Pierce to shoot 2. He missed his only other 2 tonight.
Yep.
And misses that one. Chase Batt will come back in, as will Reese Lindley.
He does struggle from the line a bit, Greg.
And frankly, that's something you got to rectify because you're going to be the guy that has the ball in his hands down the stretch.
Exactly. He's going to get hit a lot. He's going to get fouled a lot. You know, you're exactly right. So he'll work on that. It'll be all right.
Connects there. So Nolan with 7. And a double-digit lead for the first time for Lanesville.
In that zone.
Pierce playing the middle of it. Only player above 6 foot on the floor currently for the Eagles. Runner in the lane. No. Sometimes the rim plays phenomenal defense.
Yep, sure does. We'll take whatever we can get for Lanesville.
Holland in the 3. No. Again, those were going down in the first half, and that was a good inside-out look.
He was open. That's his shot.
I'm not sure Lanesville has taken, frankly, a bad 3 tonight, to be honest with you.
No. Nothing's been rushed.
Lindley. Just 2 points a game for the freshman. Gets his first basket. Story for Eastern has been the role players have stepped up here in half number 2. Pierce, the blow-by. Holland. If you don't like the 20-footer, take the 15-footer. Again, wasn't a bad look.
No.
Just didn't go.
Good, like you said, good shots. You just got to drop.
Good hands. That's Graham.
Hey, Graham, trash picker.
Holland, Klusmeyer, bucket.
Got it.
Klusmeyer's got 6. This team shares the basketball very well, Tim.
They do. They do share the ball well. Sometimes too much, you know. Sometimes somebody needs to take that shot, you know, but it's okay.
Full timeout taken by the Musketeers. We will take it with them. $1:26 to play in the third quarter. Eagles lead it by 10 as you're watching on ISC.
Providing fewer commutes, more backyard offices, and crystal clear meetings. Providing less, you froze up, and more presence in your presentations. Providing a better internet experience. Providing possible.
I could go right.
Tonight's game presented in part by our friends at Mainstream Fiber Networks. They are proud to support tonight's game because when communities connect, anything is possible. Mainstream is providing possible with fast, reliable internet. Visit msfiber.net to learn more. That's msfiber.net. I'll tell a little story about my friends at Mainstream Fiber. They have, the fiber business, and frankly, our parent company at ISC is in the fiber business as well. You have different areas of the state. The folks at Mainstream Fiber are based on Monument Circle in Indianapolis. And when we sent in to talk about potential areas they'd like to look at to sponsor high school athletics, said, what do you have in Harrison County? I said, you have no idea what we have in Harrison County. So thanks to all the good folks at Main Street Fiber. This is the second straight year they've been a part of our broadcast from Lanesville here on ISC.
Good deal.
Greg Rakestraw, Tim Bridges with you. Thanks to our great ISC Sports Network crew for their hard work. Lanesville's play predominantly 2-3. The one wrinkle is that Petty is back in, which puts Pierce now on a wing defensively.
Yep. That could be a problem. Let's see what happens with that.
Got a brief look at Tim Coomer there on the Eastern bench, former Lanesville assistant coach. Shot does not go, and a foul on crashing the glass means 2 free throws at the other end for Lanesville.
They, Eastern has struggled at the three-point line, and
so the foul on Friedmeier and a technical foul on Friedmeier as well. And again, the technical foul in high school basketball is lethal. So you will now see 2 personal foul shots. Then you will see 2 technical foul shots, and then you will see the ball given back to Lanesville.
that's a big turnaround. That's a big turn. It could be a big turnaround.
And as you're getting ready to say, that's double fouls.
Yes.
So now Trenton, one of their best players, now has 4 fouls.
That's right.
So the discussion by our officials was who was the player that was fouled.
Right.
So Klusmeyer will shoot the personals.
Right.
And then since Lieber's not in the game, you would assume that Pierce likely would shoot the technicals.
I think I'd leave Klusmeyer.
Or if he's on a heater, maybe you leave it to Klusmeyer.
Let him go, you know.
He is a 50% shooter on the season.
Yeah.
He was a 100% shooter on that trip. And now Pierce will take the technicals.
All right. Come on, Nolan. Let's see if he can hit a couple here.
Pierce 1 of 4 from the line. But gets that one to roll in.
That one, okay.
And conversation between referee and Coach Smith going on in terms of a very civil conversation. In terms of what did he say, what happened.
Yep. You gotta keep your cool out there.
And to be honest with you,
it happens.
There has not been a great amount of talking in either direction.
No.
So it's not like it's being chippy or anything like that.
No, not at all. Not at all. You get, you're passionate. You get a little emotional. You say stuff. I get it. It happens.
So again, 4 points and the ball, but the possession short-lived for Lanesville. Temple on the drive, left hand too strong. Petty the rebound, and now numbers of the way, and Holland can walk this one in. His first 2-point field goal, and all of a sudden, Lanesville has a 16-point lead. Extra pass. 3 in the corner. Does not go. Again, Bat. Good hustle. Shot blocked, and a foul on Gage Petty.
Well, Greg, I think you're seeing the difference in the game. Changing defenses what we said, he's going to do something different than the first half, which he has done, and so far it's paid off.
Luke Doster will check in after the first free throw. Foul on Petty is his third. Bat has not scored tonight. He's a sophomore, 5 points, 3.5 rebounds a game. Shoots 62% from the floor, but a lot of his shots are closer than 15 feet.
Yes.
Petty will exit as Doster will check back in. Mention our ISC crew: Jordan Shue, David Kahn, Matt Battiato, Cedric Sweet, and Richard Feely. Thank you, gentlemen. Bat gets the rebound and missing both free throws. Pierce had picked Temple's pocket, but stepped on the baseline.
That's good hustle. You know, you can't, he's going after the basketball. That's a good thing.
Temple up and under, left that, nope, got fouled. Late whistle, but probably the right one, and Temple will shoot two.
Yep. That's not where we want Temple. We don't want him under the basket if you're Lanesville.
Temple has 17, just 2 in this quarter. These are his 6th and 7th free throws of the game.
Well, Lanesville's taking him out of that inside game, and I think that's we talked about that. That's what's going to have to happen, and that's what's happened. He's taken that part of his game out. So good. Coach Crothers made a good call.
Temple makes one, misses one. Inside position by Klusmeyer. Let's see if Lanesville holds for one. Bench says to do that. Let's see if Eastern allows that.
Which somebody said, yeah.
Eastern content to stay in that zone for now. And Pierce, the guy that can see over it.
He's feeling it.
Holland missed it. Holland saves it. Rebound to Klusmeyer for 3. That does not go. Temple from 60. We'll leave that one a little bit short. Eagles led by 7 at the break. They lead by 15 going to the final stanza. Looking for their first win in front of a home crowd this season. Back for the final 8 minutes when we come back to Lanesville. Presented by Mainstream Fiber, you're watching on ISC.
Providing fewer commutes, more backyard offices, and crystal clear meetings. Providing less, you froze up, and more presence in your presentations. Providing a better internet experience. Providing possible.
Now, I love when people give me the heads up they're watching online. Shout out to my sometimes broadcast partner with Indiana State and Matt Wren. Of course, a phenomenal player at Silver Creek. And he knows Larry Rickmer quite well. So, hello, Matt. Appreciate you tuning in tonight. I don't think Matt and I'm doing the Indiana State game on Wednesday. I think Matt's busy being a dad, coaching his son at Terre Haute North, or not coaching, maybe watching Terre Haute North that night. But hopefully Matt and I get to work together again.
That'd be great.
We had a conversation between me, him, Michael Lewis, and Scott Combs at the Indiana State-Ball State game.
Wow.
It was deemed illegal because they had too much Southern Indiana in the conversation.
No, perfect. Wow.
2-3 here by Lanesville. 15-point lead for the Eagles. Ty stepping in for the first time. Temple step through, no. A good hustle by Bat. He knows his role very well. Tracked down every loose ball. Steffen played in the JV game earlier. Good job by Schickel. Schickel has really played good minutes.
Again, just a role player. He's just taking charge, stepping in, doing his job.
You're happy with everybody if you're Coach Carruthers. You love what your seniors have done tonight.
I do. I love it. Oh.
Temple just missed that.
Missed it.
Lieber back in with 3 fouls. Schickel gets rewarded for the hard work he's put in. His first 3. First 3 of this half for Lanesville, but 9th of the game. Largest lead now 18. Ball finds Temple. Temple finds a bucket and 1. So Temple now with 20. Sickle just lean that arm forward just enough.
Just a little. He's been doing a great job, though. He really has.
Temple gets the roll. So Brody's got 21.
Extend that man a little bit.
Can Lanesville take care of the basketball? Frankly, they have throughout the game. Again, my count is 7 Lanesville turnovers. If you're Eastern, your hand is forced down
Temple's
15.
only got 1 foul in this ball game, and as hard as he plays, that's pretty good. But they've got him out top, so might make him a little more vulnerable to.
You're not going 4 corner if you're Lanesville. You're just looking for driving angles.
Right.
Schickle just made one. Not that time.
And they can take their time. They've got the lead. You take your time, get a good shot. You're not in any hurry.
Great hands. That was Holland that forced that.
That's the way I always coached it. I didn't have a lead very often, but,
Lieber for 17, and that's not true. I played on a 16-win team that you coached.
Yes, we did. We had a good team.
Still looking for that JV co-conference championship banner around here somewhere.
There you go. That's right.
Maybe it's in the old gym.
Maybe it's in there. Yeah.
Back behind the defense.
Buried in the annals of
Lieber
history.
just committed.
He got 4.
His 4th foul, and
not good.
may have hurt his hand in the process. And Lieber was the star of half number 1 while Pierce sat with foul trouble.
Yep. I think we sit him for a couple of minutes, and
Fowler will shoot 2. And it's been a quiet night for Fowler. Averages 12.5 points a game, has 5. Made his lone free throw earlier. Team's best 3-point shooter, but misses that one. Fowler just a sophomore. Want to thank David Grable on the Eastern staff as well as Coach Smith. So kind to respond to our request to have a little more information on their team so we could provide you some knowledge about the Musketeers in the broadcast tonight as well. And a timeout taken by Coach Carruthers, a full timeout for Lanesville. Their first of the game, and we will take it with them. 5:48 left to play. Lanesville with the ball in a 17-point lead as you're watching on ISC.
Providing fewer commutes, more backyard offices, and crystal clear meetings. Providing less, you froze up. And more presence in your presentations. Providing a better internet experience. Providing possible.
Tonight's game presented in part by Blocker Concrete, your local flat work specialist. Call Mike today at 502-333-5233. All right, we're panning the crowd.
We've got it.
Here's my Aunt Brenda.
There's family.
I saw Mike Sizemore on the front row. I saw Terrace Smith down there from the Athletic Board Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Who else should we say hello to?
We've got all kinds of people up here. 75% of this crowd I've taught in school. So just to name the few, there's one of our bus drivers up on top, Brooke Clayton. He drives the bus for us. Yeah. All the kids down there at the bottom. Yeah, this is great. Family, man. It's where we live, Greg. It's where we live. Okay.
Well, it's where you live.
Right. Well,
it's where my heart still is.
You spend enough time here.
I still qualify. I get the lifetime membership. Thank you.
You get the qualification.
Appreciate that.
You're all good. Once an Eagle, always one, buddy.
Lieber stays in with 4 fouls for the Eagles. He has to stay put. Full court pickup here by the Musketeers.
See how they handle this pressure, which
Klusmeyer lines up a 3. Good rebound by Bat. He's played hard tonight for Eastern.
He has. And another role player. He's done his job.
On the drive, and Lieber really couldn't challenge with 4 fouls.
Nope.
And Hurst has 6 points, all coming since halftime. And again, learning how to win. That's part of the story for Lanesville tonight.
You don't play to lose, you play to win. You not to lose. You got to play to win.
Klusmeyer just handed that ball off in time. 5-second count was being applied, and eventually Fowler going to get whistled for a hand-checking foul.
The foul is on Eastern's number 21, Jeff Fowler, his fourth.
So Fowler picks up foul number 4. Holland goes all the way down to the lane and missed it. Good look that would not go. You don't mind that one. Catch and shoot 3 for the Musketeers. And again, it's just not been their night from deep.
Nope.
And it may be layup o'clock for Lanesville. Temple, the save.
But but Lanesville's got to handle the basketball. They can't turn the ball over.
At the other end, Fowler scores it.
Because that gives them an opportunity.
Fowler with 7, and the lead has shrunk to 13. Now you get the ball in your best player's hand, and Pierce immediately draws a foul on Temple. And for Lanesville, Lieber 17, Holland 14. Both those players did most of their damage in half number 1. Yep. Pierce with 9. It's been pretty balanced amongst the Lanesville scorers in half number 2. Hoagland checks back in.
Gonna get Lieber out of there. Nope, he's not. Well, you know what? He's got 4.5 minutes to go in the ball game. You take your chances and see what happens.
I think trainer services might be needed for Eastern. You're gonna go check on 10. That's the reason why Temple came out. He
Gotcha.
They got inadvertently popped in the nose.
Yep.
Holland lost the handle. Back-to-back Lanesville turnovers. At the other end, Hurst score it. 11-point game.
Might need a timeout just to kind of get things under control.
Pierce on the drive. Schickel, great hustle.
On the floor. They're on it. Yep. There you
Jump
go.
ball, and the arrow points to Lanesville.
Schickel is, I'd say he's our player right now. I mean, he's really stepped up, made some big plays for Lanesville.
Just kind of need one bucket to go from the Lanesville perspective.
Yep.
Just to kind of calm everybody down.
Got to hit one. You don't want that tide turning on you. You can kind of feel a little momentum shift, but
backdoor cut for Klusmeyer, but again,
third turnover.
Too many arms to get through. At the other end, runner is good by Hoagland. 9-point game. And carrying the basketball. 4 straight giveaways by the Eagles, and a timeout taken.
Yep.
A 30-second timeout taken by Lanesville. This 30-second timeout brought to us by Gunther's Chop Shop, serving Southern Indiana for over a decade. Gunther specializes in barbecue and pork chop sandwiches, but can handle a wide variety of catering for all of your event needs. Gunther's Chop Shop, a proud sponsor of the Lanesville Eagles. Call Chris at 502-909-4477.
Gunther's Chop Shop. He was on tonight. He did the induction dinner.
What was on the menu?
I don't know. I didn't stop in to see, but I'm sure whatever it was really good.
You and I were in deep game preparation for our broadcast.
We were in deep game preparation. I don't know how much game we talked. We talked about a lot of stuff. I don't know.
We just kind of generally caught up.
That's exactly right. And you know what? You got to do that sometimes.
So Temple is back in for Eastern. Eastern has shrunk this lead from 18 down to 9. 2-3 here by Lanesville, which is what they have played for the majority of the game. 3 in the corner, no, but Musketeers get the rebound. Fowler, it's the guy you want shooting it. You see why. Finally gets one to go. He's got 10, 6-point game. Lieber on the bounce. Lieber to the lane, missed it. Chance to make this potentially a one-score game. This has turned in a hurry.
Well, it's been constant turnovers. That's a 5th turnover right there for Lanesville. And, you know, you can't turn the ball over.
Fowler again, no, and Pierce had inside position. Extra pass, Holland, and got fouled. But right now there seems to be a lid on the rim for the Eagles. Because again, that's a look you want.
Yes, that's the one you want.
And it just didn't fall.
We'll see if Holland can break this the spell that we can't get that lid off that basket. Let's see what he can do.
Foul against Lindley. Holland does not get it to go. His first free throws of the night.
Lanesville could use a basket.
Holland on the season, a 50% free throw shooter.
And a defensive stop. And I think
Holland gets that one.
Got that.
3-score game with 2:09 to play.
Lanesville needs a stop here.
Temple in the lane, block, but foul called on Pierce. So Temple will shoot 2. So first foul of the half on Pierce, 3rd for the game. Temple will go to the line. He has not been overly successful tonight. And 21 points certainly leads the charge for his team.
He certainly does. I don't think that's the guy you want up there, but like you said, he's about 50% there maybe.
Left that one short. I just think he has given such an effort. He might be just gassed.
He just wore out, yeah.
He has 21 of their 48. From experience, he's the guy you want.
He's the guy you want.
Just struggled from the line tonight. Got that one. He's now got 22. 30-second timeout taken by Eastern. This 30-second timeout brought to us by Cochran Insurance. They've got 3 convenient locations to serve Southern Indiana, in Corydon, New Albany, and in Lanesville. Cochran covers all your insurance needs, such as home, auto, business, and life insurance. Call Jason Simler at Cochran when you need him at 812-952-2514.
Taught Jason, went to school with Ricky. Been there, done that. They'll take care of you. Lanesville needs to come down, relax, handle the basketball, not turn it over, and get them a bucket if they need one. I mean, they might be able to just get on the foul line and, you know, they're going to be in the bonus here before too long of the next foul, so they just got to relax. And again, like we said before, learn how to win.
Klusmeyer can run the baseline, doesn't need to.
You know, if you got ball handlers in there, you run this clock and let them foul you. If you're Lanesville.
Holland did a good job of breaking that 5-second count. Klusmeyer nearly slipped in the backcourt.
Get away from that mid-court line.
You don't mind if Pierce goes on the attack.
No, no, you're okay with that. There you go.
And Temple gave the foul and immediately
he's all right.
Offers his hand to Klusmeyer, say, I didn't mean to.
That's 5. So Lanesville should be at the line to shoot free throws the rest of the time. That's 3. I'm sorry.
Klusmeyer has made both of his free throws, and yes, that's 3 on Brody Temple.
Yep. Hit your free throws down the stretch, and you'll be okay for Lanesville. That's what you got to do.
Klusmeyer does exactly that. And again, a little bit of breathing room in a 3-score game.
Yep.
Eastern can stop it twice. Lanesville has 3 timeouts if they feel they need them. And the senior makes them both. He becomes the 3rd Eagle in double figures with 10.
That's what seniors are supposed to do. Now you got to get a, if Lanesville can get a stop here, a turnover or a stop. There's your guy.
Temple, no. And Schickel again. Got tied up. And then let's see if.
He got fouled. Yep.
It's going to be a foul on Schickel.
Oh, okay.
And I said the Eastern player had wrestled the ball away. Schickel called for the foul. It's the 4th on Lanesville. You'll get a bird's eye look at it right here. I think it's a good call.
Yep.
I think the Eastern player had had wrestled away possession. Dribble handoff, 3 in the corner, no. It's a great set that simply didn't work.
Yep. Now, all Lanesville's got to do is handle the basketball and hit free throws, and don't turn the ball over.
Pierce is fouled, and again.
That might be the guy to foul. I don't know. We'll see how he does. He did okay last time.
So often coaching basketball, we will break down 18 different ways why you won or lost a game.
Exactly.
It often comes down to how'd you make shots? And for Eastern, they have not been able to find the range from three-point land tonight.
They could not. Well, I think, again, it goes back to changing defense, and I think that definitely played a part in their whole offense. It just messed them up. And, again, like we said, they don't hit from the outside well. So
4 players in double digits for the Eagles, and Pierce makes them both. And it is now back to a 10-point lead for Lanesville. Eastern got it within 4. In the lane, no. Good rebound by Lieber. And Lieber is fouled. Lanesville may have done just enough to.
I think they're probably feeling a little bit better, especially if you can hit these 2 right here.
Lieber 14 points in the first half. Connects here. Game high 18 for Lanesville. Temple's 22 leads all scorers. It's back to a double-digit lead. A miss for Lieber. A rare miss for Lieber. Ooh. Fowler in the corner. Got it. His second 3. Timeout called by Eastern. Fowler's got 13. This is a full timeout. We will take it with him. 42 seconds left to play. Eagles in front by 8. Presented by Mainstream Fiber. You're watching on ISC.
Brewer jams it home. That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net. A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa. My goodness. 122-6-0 for Penn. What a swim. 6 of them.
The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC, local lives here. Chris Carruthers there in the middle of that huddle. He's in a seated position now. First-year head coach of the Eagles for his second win and first home win. Previous win was a neutral court win. Pretty far piece away from Lanesville down in Odin, Indiana.
Wow, that's pretty far away.
Or El Nora, one of the two. Whichever,
whichever
burg that's closer to.
Whichever. The school on the mountain.
Pierce will shoot 2. We want to thank our ISC crew one more time. Jordan Shue, David Kahn, Matt Badiato, Cedric Sweet, and Richard Feely. Thank you, gentlemen, for making the trip to Harrison County. Free throw is up and good.
It's a trip you'll never forget.
Not just Harrison County, but the land where Lanesville High School sits, owned by former President William Henry Harrison.
That's exactly right.
I learned that in history class.
Of course you did.
At Lanesville.
I don't know who that guy was, but he was pretty good, whoever that guy was.
I told him one time in class he looked like Al Bundy. 13 for Pierce. You're laughing then, you weren't laughing now.
See, that's not smart. You want that clock to run, and you don't want to foul somebody. But that's okay, you know, you learn.
So Pierce picks up his 4th, and 2 free throws coming up for Temple.
That stops the clock.
Right.
Gives them an opportunity to score. And that's not what you want.
Eastern rejoining the Southern Athletic Conference this year.
Yeah, they were originals.
Yep.
Back in the day.
And Lanesville's involvement in this goes back to the late 70s, being part of this league.
Yep. I was my senior year. We joined the SAC conference. Austin was in there with us, and there's been talk that maybe Austin will rejoin as well.
I think, frankly, that's where they need to be too.
And I'm okay with that. You know, that's perfectly fine.
And
Don't do that. Sorry
that's
about
why
that.
you had that reaction. So the old coach comes out on you from time to time.
Please don't do that. Oh, no. Sorry about that, folks.
Our audio guy is screaming right now.
No, don't do that.
12th Lanesville turnover.
Yeah, bless his heart. Hey, you know what? He's done a good job tonight. We'll cut him some slack.
Fowler misses that one.
There
Lieber
you
the
go.
rebound.
Good job. He's done fine.
Lieber on the breakaway and gets about. It's probably a situation you don't mind him going for the layup in that scenario, but it's all right.
Yeah, I know.
He'll shoot two.
When I played, I never saw a shot I didn't like, so I would have probably taken that shot. And Coach Reinhardt would have probably told me some things.
Congratulations to our inaugural Hall of Fame class. Jerry Reinhardt, Donnie Wolf, Larry Rickmer, Stacy Walther, and the 1975 baseball team. And folks, we will do this again next year. Tim and I are both fortunate enough to be on the Hall of Fame committee.
We're on there.
And we will get together at some point this summer and start the process of inducting the next class of Hall of Famers, as Lieber makes them both, and he's now sitting on 20 points. Eastern playing this one to the end. Shot does not go. Lieber the rebound.
You know what? Lanesville has basically done some really good rebounding here toward the end of the ball game. They've kind of picked up the rebounds that they should have gotten, which they've done well. Yeah.
Both these teams' legs with 2 wins on the season. And again, both teams are playing a lot of sophomores and juniors this year.
2 young teams.
Better days are ahead.
Oh, absolutely. And this will be a game that'll be really tough down in the years to come as these kids get older and more experienced.
Lieber the miss, but that won't affect the end result. And connects. 21 for Lieber, an 11-point lead. Temple will be given one more basket, and that will be the end of activity tonight. Final score from the Jerry Reiner Athletic Center, Lanesville 65 and Eastern 56. Tonight's game made possible by Blocker Concrete. Blocker Concrete, your local flat work specialist. By Gunther's Chop Shop, weddings, parties, anniversaries, and more. By Cochran Insurance, locally owned since 1961. And by Mainstream Fiber. Visit msfiber.net and get the internet you deserve. Partner, an absolute pleasure.
It has been wonderful. Thank you for allowing me to be up here with you. It has been a wonderful experience. Thank you so much.
Our record is now 1-0 together.
That's right.
We'll have to work on doing this again.
I know it.
For Tim Bridges and our entire ISC Sports Network crew, we'll let that fight song you heard so much last night in Atlanta play us off the stage. Lanesville 65, Eastern 56. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for being here and watching Lanesville High School basketball on the ISC Sports Network.